In this video, we are going to talk about gravitation. This is my first video on the topic of gravitation, and here we are simply going to understand what exactly gravitation is all about. So I can say it's introduction to gravitation. Introduction to gravitation. Okay. Now, suppose this is you, and you are playing with some ball, and you throw the ball upwards over here. Okay, so you threw this ball upwards over here. You will see that ball would always come down. It will never go up. It will always come down. And same thing happens whenever you throw any damn thing. Whenever you throw anything upwards, it comes downwards. Why this happens? Why does this happen? This happens because of the force of gravitation. Okay, force of gravitation. Well, let us understand what exactly we mean by saying that object falls downwards. Whenever we say, suppose this is a ground level, and this is the object, let us say wall, and we say that ball is falling vertically downwards. What we actually mean is ball is moving towards center of earth. Ball is moving towards the center of the earth. Now let me explain this with the help of figure. Suppose this is the earth, then here would be the center. Now there is some person who is standing over here. Okay, now person standing over here would be always perpendicular surface of the earth. So if you are standing over here, you would be somewhat like this. If you are standing over here, you would be somewhat like this. If you are standing over here, you would be somewhat like this. Now don't think that why the person standing over here would not fall down. Basically, downward means center of the earth. So for this person, downward would be in this direction. For this person, downward would be in this direction. For this person, downward would be in this direction. For this person, downward would be in this direction. We see that everything falling downwards actually goes down just because the size of the earth is too large. So each small segment over here appears to be a very big flat surface. But otherwise, everything that we call is falling downwards is actually falling towards the center of the earth, and this happens due to the force of gravity. So suppose someone is standing over here, is playing with the ball, and he throws the ball in upward direction. And what will happen is, person standing over here throws the ball will rise over here at some height from the earth surface. This blue line indicates the surface. Then again the ball will go down in this direction towards the center of the earth. So basically, force of gravity tends to bring all the objects towards the center of the earth. It attracts the objects to the center of the earth. So there is nothing like things falling downwards. Downwards means it falls towards the center of the earth. And the story goes like this. Actually, it's not the story, but it's a true story. One day, Sir Newton, yes, Isaac Newton, was sitting below the apple tree, So let me draw some apple over here. This apple, this apple, and he was sitting here. Uh, this is Sir Newton. Sorry, I can't draw him exactly, but Sir Newton, and this is apple tree. Now suddenly, uh, one apple fell down, and he had a question that okay, why apple falls down? And this was the question that made him derive the equations for gravity and give out the conclusion and Newton's law of gravity that we are going to see in the next video. So he was the person who first had the question about why all things always fall downwards, and later he gave the conclusion that it is not only that earth exerts gravity on the objects, but every object every object exerts some force on every another object. So if this is earth and this is moon, then this is moon and this is earth, then there would be a force of existence, sorry, there would be a force of gravitation between these two also. This is you and this is your friend. Then you two would also attract yourself by some force of gravitation. So force of gravitation exists between each and every object on the earth, and that force is solely responsible for holding each and everything uh, the surface of the earth. Now I am sure you one would like to ask that why are you not getting attracted then? The reason is simple. This is earth and the these are two friends. They are standing on the earth. Now the force with which earth attracts you two would be so large that this force will become insignificant. Basically, force of gravitation depends upon the mass. Force of gravity depends upon the mass of substance. And we are going to discuss about the mass of the substance in my next video. So for this video, let us have some small recap. First is um, introduction, that anything upwards comes downwards, so anything that you throw up has to come down, and this is due to the force of gravity. Then we saw an example where we threw a ball vertically upwards, and it again came downwards. Then we understood the concept of downwards. By saying that thing moves downwards, we mean to say that it moves towards the center of the earth. And later we saw how Sir Newton was able to ask himself and derive the theories for gravitation, and that every object exerts some force on every other object. And then it means that you and me also attract each other by some force, and everything on this planet attracts every other thing, or everything on the, not only in this planet but in entire universe, attracts every other thing by some force, which is called force of gravitation. In this next video we are going to talk about Newton's law of gravitation. So just check that out. Thank you.